Aptos. So, Aptos is one of the newest blockchain layer ones that everyone seems to be excited about. They are doing good transactions per second, or they've got theoretical amazing transactions per second. They've done a lot of numbers since being up and running for a couple of years now. And actually development's been really, really good. I want to dive into where I think this can go this bull cycle. Now, before I get into any of it, if you are new to this channel, this spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on this channel. In each of the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these cryptos. These were all coins that I thought were going to do really well, which is obviously why I bought them. These were the prices when I bought them and released the videos. These were the highs these coins hit in the last bull cycle, and these are what your profits would have been if you'd have popped just $100 into them. 100 into each in the last bull cycle from a $2,600 investment would have made you over 123 grand. Now, we are in a bull cycle right now, and if you've got cryptos that you don't think are going to perform like this, you got to get that sorted. If you're not sure where to start, have a look at copymycrypto.com. This is the website that I run where I share all the coins that I own with my members. Whenever I find any crypto that I think is going to do very, very well, like all of these, I jump onto my site, I tell my members about the crypto that I found, the reasons that I'm going to be buying it, and the price that I'm going to be buying it at. Whenever I sell, I do the same thing. So my members get in and out of cryptos at the same price as me, so they make the same profit, and they have no work to do at all. And if you go onto my site, you can see the testimonials from my members about the service they get, you can see some of their profits, and you can see some of the past successes that led to those profits. Again, whether it is Phantom, which in the last bull cycle was one of the biggest gainers, my members got in at 0.5 cent and it went up nearly 700 times, or whether it's a quick flip meme coin that the members got in and out of and it did a few hundred X in 2 weeks. All of it's public record, you can verify it all. And if you like what you see and you want to find out the cryptos that are going to be the winners in this bull cycle this year, all you have to do to find out about those coins is join up on the site, guys. Now, Aptos. So, Aptos, pretty new crypto. It's only been around a couple of years. It's a layer 1 proof of stake. It employs a novel smart contract programming language called Move, which is a Rust-based programming language that was developed by Meta DM's blockchain engineers. Obviously, that DM project kind of faltered, but a lot of the team then ended up carrying on here. So the vision is a blockchain that brings mainstream adoption to Web3 and empowers dApps to solve real-world problems. They have a theoretical throughput of over 150,000 transactions per second through parallel execution. Now, I always say this: theoretical remains theoretical until something actually happens. The numbers are nowhere close to that right now, but also maybe usage doesn't require that at the moment. They raised tons of capital, 200 million in a seed round led by Andreessen Horowitz, as well as Tiger Global were involved, Multicoin Capital were involved, and then again they made another 200 million through Dragonfly, Apollo, Franklin Templeton, Animoca, Jump Crypto, and others. They also had a huge investment from Binance, but we don't know what that was. It was an undisclosed amount. So tons of money has flown into this. It's the brainchild of Mo Sheikh and Avery Ching, both former employees of Meta. Mo is the CEO and founder with years of multinational financial services and blockchain experience. Ching, on the other hand, is the CTO and is a software engineer and one of the principal software engineers at Meta. They worked on the DM project together, and then they decided to join forces when the DM project was discontinued. Many of the team are engineers, designers, researchers from the DM project. Now, it's secured through proof of stake. And in terms of the potential here, the potential is huge, because if they can get to the point where they're processing 150,000 transactions per second, it is more valuable than things like Visa in the sense of what they can do. Put into context, Ethereum's main net transactions per second is around 12 to 15. So that level of throughput, they could run anything. They could run anything. They could run a CBDC. They could run absolutely anything. And again, I talk about CBDCs quite often, but that's more down to the fact that I hate the concept and I hate the idea and I don't want to see them. But if we dive in, we can see the Explorer. So transactions per second, real time is about 55. Peak has been 325, but they have done 3.1 billion, well, just shy of 3.2 billion transactions since getting up and running. And this is, again, I mean, this is transactions per second last 7 days, last 30 days, obviously we can see, but peak has not been amazing by any stretch of the imagination. You know, it's miles and miles and miles and miles off of the kind of theoretical that we're talking about. But in terms of transactions per day, you know, you're looking at several million transactions every single day. This is heavily used. Total supply is 1.1 billion. Of that, about 900 million is actively staked, which again, that's a very good sign, because what that actually does mean, although circulating supply is off here, what that does mean is there's actually not that many circulating. So it doesn't take a fat lot of buying pressure to really start moving this, because the majority is not in circulation. Now, ecosystem projects, Aptos has grown exceptionally well, exceptionally fast, 213 odd projects already. They've got their own stable coins up and running. Obviously, you've got a ton of infrastructure stuff, as you would expect. But DeFi-wise, it's starting to look better and better. Still a long way to go, I think, in terms of DeFi, but they are working now with the big blue-chip DeFi projects like Aave. There's been some NFT development, but again, I mean, I'm never bullish on NFTs. Well, I've not been bullish on NFTs forever, actually. But we will see if we see some significant development on that front. I actually think gaming is a really solid area that they should be developing in. If they are doing 150,000 transactions per second, if they ever get to that point, you're looking at it being the perfect network for gaming, because every game that you play online is going to require transactions. If you've got a game that, let's say, has a few million people that are playing it daily, that's an immense amount of transactions that are always occurring, and Aptos can, in theory, manage that without issue, which would be exceptionally well positioned to be the go-to gaming blockchain. But it really is going to be interesting to see where the focus becomes. But the fact is, while they are not ISO 20022 compliant, which there are only 9 cryptos that are right now, but if they do become it, with the sort of names like Andreas and Horowitz so heavily involved, it could end, you know, that as an investment group have incredible reach within governments. Aptos could have a shot of running CBDCs. Now, the reality is I don't think it's ever going to be run at the US. I think the US is nailed down pretty well by XRP at this point. So I don't think they're going to all of a sudden overcome XRP, but maybe they could get Europe. Maybe they could get the euro. Who knows? But Aptos, the net growth that they've had, the fact that you are constantly seeing developments on a daily basis here, the fact that you are seeing huge surges in usage, the charts actually look like it's ready to explode. It's just a case of breaking through a little bit of resistance. With very few coins out in circulation compared to the actual amount, this has huge potential. Its all-time high was $20 or something, $19.90, right? I think it can break through that this year. I think it has a chance to double that. I think there is a real legitimate shot that this can get to $40. Don't forget how excited people get about new shiny things. In the 2021 cycle, we saw the emergence of layer ones that rocketed into the top 10, getting enormous market caps. You know, one of those was Luna. Obviously that didn't go well, but we saw Solana cracking it, we saw Luna cracking it, or Terra, whatever you want to call it. This could be the year for Aptos. I think there are a couple layer ones that have emerged, Aptos being one of them, that have a real shot of trying to crack into that top 10. And it's just going to be, does usage keep going? Do we start seeing the emergence of meme coins that do really well? Don't forget, meme coins are a huge catalyst for a lot of layer ones. You know, Solana's growth over the last sort of 2 years, a lot of that came from like the emergence of meme coins that people were just FOMOing in on. So if we see that with Aptos, Aptos could absolutely fly. I think this has a very, very real shot of not only beating previous high, but even doubling it. But I am interested to hear what people think on this. How high do you think it can go? Is there... what do you think needs to happen for it to break its previous high? Or do you think it's just naturally going to happen in the ebbs and flows of a bull cycle? Where do you actually stand on this? Let me know in the comments. And guys, we are in a bull cycle, and if you are sitting on coins you're not confident in or happy with, you've got to get that sorted. If you don't know where to start, have a look at copymycrypto.com. It's the site I run where I share all the coins that I own with my members. Whenever I find any crypto that I think is going to do well, that's going to make a lot of money like all of these did, I jump onto my site, I tell my members about the crypto that I'm going to buy, the price I'm going to buy it at, why I'm buying it. There's no work for my members. They get in and out of coins, same price as me. On my site, you can see the profits my members have made. Some of these are based off of successes like Phantom. Phantom went up nearly 700 times for my members in the last bull cycle. If you just want to find out what are going to be the big winners of this bull cycle, all you have to do to find out, guys, is join up on the site. And if you do, I'll see you there. Otherwise, folks, I will see you in the next video. Take it easy. Bye-bye.